Hey guys, how's it going? I've just had a behind the scenes look at Starfield Shattered Space and I cannot be more excited for this DLC. I'll tell you top secret story info, where the DLC takes place, how you access it and what exactly you will be doing. This behind the scenes look went down at Gamescom right here in this room. Here Bethesda showed me roughly 15 minutes of brand new gameplay which had tons of details about the plot, the new weapons, enemies and more. And the biggest info it dropped is the long awaited location of House Va'ruun. This is a mysterious location that doesn't seem to exist anywhere in the map, but now I know the system name. That name is the Kavnik system. Within the Kavnik system you'll find a planet called Va'ruun Kai, which we do already know about, and here is a city called Dazra, which we already also know about. This is the capital of House Va'ruun, aka the splinter faction of humans who are united in their belief there is a big serpent with the power to eat galaxies. It's a pretty weird belief, but where exactly is this system that this planet is located? Where is the Kavnik system? Well, this was hinted at in the footage that it's within a wormhole, so it's not within the general Starfield star map. And this is really interesting because I know exactly how you'll get there. In other words, this is how you access the DLC. Now, I'm piecing this together from the bits and pieces of what I saw, but this is my best guess at the information available. Basically, the DLC starts on board a research lab. Now, I think a House Va'ruun representative sends you here on a mission to locate her brother, but really she has an ulterior motive. She actually wants to send you through a wormhole to reach the Va'ruun homeworld and make you convert to Va'ruun. The reason I think this is because at one point in the footage I saw, she literally says the words, "You will rise as Va'ruun." And on this research lab, scientists were experimenting with grav drive technology. This went wrong and created a wormhole which leads you right to the Kavnik system and to the Va'ruun homeworld. So in other words, the research lab is located in the main Starfield map, but the Va'ruun homeworld is located in what seems to be a separate dimension accessed through the research lab, which explains why it's remained hidden all this time. But I have more info for you. Apparently this is a self-contained location. Va'ruun Kai is completely cut off from the main game, but you are free to leave at any time and go back to the main systems whenever you want. The devs want it to be this sort of secluded, isolated location with a lot of mystery that you can concentrate on digging into. It's not a randomly generated place to explore, but more a handcrafted linear story experience. So Bethesda really want you to play this all in one go. That said, I did see the player venture beyond the boundaries of the city and explore the whole planet, which is randomly generated, so you can also explore the entire planet if you want. It's just the main story of the DLC happens within the city. You arrive here a few weeks after the grav drive disaster, which has opened up a giant vortex in the heart of the city. Loads of people passed away, people can't get to work, it's really annoying. So you're tasked with coming up with a solution. That involves a typical Starfield mix of fighting and diplomacy. There were scenes I saw in which your character is doing battle with Va'ruun zealots, only they're decked out here in brand new armor. I saw this kind of insectoid looking helmet at one point, and I also saw some tank enemies which have two massive blades on their arms and they come and charge at you. Can't wait to loot these guys and steal their arm blades. You can also use your brand new rover here. This has been added to the game already for free, but it looks like environments have been built with the rover in mind. Some of the layouts just seem too perfect, the way your rover can navigate all the bits easily. In another shot, I saw a bit of the conversational stuff where you'll pick your allegiances within the city. There will be some political maneuvering in this DLC, but Bethesda didn't really dive into all that stuff, only to say the Citadel is trapped in the vortex, and it's the seat of power in the city, so a top priority is getting rid of that vortex. Another reason you'll want to get rid of the vortex is because it's spilling out a whole bunch of nightmarish creatures. I saw what looks like an armored spider and another alien that looks sort of like a lobster crossed with a chicken. Apparently they've come from the vortex, but I'm not really sure what this means. I mean, I thought the vortex was a wormhole between the main Starfield map and the star system where the Va'ruun planet is, but apparently this wormhole isn't the same thing as the vortex. They're two different things. So you go through the wormhole to reach the planet, and this opens up a vortex that's spilling out all of those creatures. a bit convoluted, but just kind of imagine it as a sort of sci-fi Starfield version of Doom. But anyway, Bethesda has said they're leaning in on the mystery and the horror aspects. So these enemies are scary, aggressive, and attack at close quarters. That means melee weapons and shotguns will have an advantage here. I think we'll also be getting a bunch of new close quarters weapons to deal with all this stuff, but I did see a long range one which is sort of like a Gatling gun that shoots blue plasma, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this one. So that's Shattered Space. If the theme of Starfield is humans searching for knowledge, Shattered Space is what happens when they search too far and break everything. The DLC is out in September for Starfield, and I really cannot wait for this. Thanks so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe and you will get loads more Starfield goodness and news on this channel.